This is with reference to shell coiling in Limnaea. And Limnaea peregra is a freshwater snail. As I discussed already, the shell of these animals are spirally coiled, and the coiling is of two types. It may be clockwise, which is called a dextral, or anti-clockwise, which is called sinistral. Both type of coilings are produced by two different types of genetically controlled cleavages, namely dextral cleavage and sinistral cleavage. Okay. Both the types of coiling, that is dextral and sinistral, are controlled by two types of cleavages which are controlled genetically, that is genes that control. So the dextral cleavage that leads to dextral coiling and sinistral cleavage that leads to sinistral coiling. Cleavage, you should be knowing it already. That is during the development of the zygote. The first change is zygote undergoes division, which is called cleavage. Okay. So in Limnaea, dextral coiling is normal. Okay, dextral coiling is considered normal and sinistral coiling is a mutant character. Dextral is a normal character or a dominant character, and sinistral coiling is a recessive character or a mutant character. Direction of coiling is determined by a pair of nuclear genes, that is capital D that controls dextral coiling and small d that controls sinistral coiling. The gene for dextral being dominant over sinistral coiling. The gene for dextral, it is dominant over sinistral coiling. So a dextral snail provides the eggs and the sinistral snail provides the sperm. Okay, that is the capital D dextral snail provides the eggs and the sinistral snail provides the sperm. The offsprings are all dextral, that is capital D small d in the F1 generation. We will discuss, okay, in the illustration. And this is dextral, that is a female crossed with a sinistral male. So that results in, that is, this is capital D and sinistral coiling male having a genotype of small d. In the F1 generation, it results in all dextral, that is capital D small d. When this F1 generation offsprings are selfed, okay, crossed, okay, selfing means that is capital D small d into capital D small d. So in the F2 generation, it again produces all dextral coiling, snails with the phenotype of all dextral coiling. Okay, but their genotype is different, that is capital D1, capital D small d2 and small d 1, that is 1:2:1. But though both small d are present, okay, both the genes are recessive, but even that snail also shows dextral coiling. But again, this males and females in the F2 generation are selfed, okay, crossed among themselves. So what happened in the third generation? It followed Mendelian inheritance that 3 are dextral and 1 is sinistral in the ratio of 3:1. So this is reciprocal crossing. What happened is here sinistral coiling, that is small d with recessive genotype, this is female, and dextral coiling snail, this is male with the genotype of capital D. So what happened in the first generation, F1 generation, all were sinistral, that is like the mother. Okay, and in the F2 generation, when the sinistral F1 generation, when these offsprings in the F1 generation are selfed, what happened was all are dextral. Okay, in the F2 generation, all are dextral. You can understand in the first cross and then the reciprocal cross, the genotype are same. Okay, that is capital D small d, capital D small d, and small d, and all are dextral. And in the F3 generation, like the first cross here, and here also it exhibited Mendelian law of inheritance. 3/4 are dextral and 1/4 is sinistral. Okay, so we'll discuss in detail, and this is also an illustration to show this shell coiling in Limnaea. We will discuss now. When the F1 heterozygous dextral individual DD were self-crossed, this is what I discussed. So F2 generation, what happened? It showed all dextral coiling with the genotype of 1 capital D, 2 capital D, small d, and 1 small d. But in the reciprocal cross, F1 individuals have DD genotype, that is capital D small d, but are coiled sinistrally as that of the female parent. In both the crosses, okay, in first and second reciprocal cross, the F1 are phenotypically similar to the female parent. This is what we discussed, okay. Though the offsprings in both the crosses have the same genotype DD. Okay, though in F1 generation all offsprings had only capital D small d, but their phenotypes are different. That is, in the first cross all individuals are having dextral coiling, but in reciprocal cross all are having sinistral crossing. So like that of their parent, that is mother. This is because the genotype of the maternal parent determines the phenotype of the offspring. When the F1 sinistral individuals were self-crossed, the shell coiling in the F2 generation were all dextral. This is also what we discussed. This is because the genes do not segregate. Why again, although in F1 generation all offsprings were sinistral, how come in F2 generation all became dextral? That is because the genes do not segregate in the F2 generation. Only in the F3 generation, segregation occurs, separation of the genes occurs in the ratio of 3:1. That is 3 dextral and 1 sinistral. This is because the type of cleavage depends on the organization of the egg, which is established before the maturation division of the oocyte nucleus and by the influence of the maternal genotype. So there are two factors important, two reasons, okay, that determine the coiling. One is the cleavage. Okay, it depends on, okay, the type of cleavage that depends on the organization of the egg, which is established before the maturation division of the oocyte nucleus and by the influence of the maternal genotype. So one is the cleavage, the other one is the maternal genotype, both determine the shell coiling. The direction of the coiling of the shell depends upon the orientation of the mitotic spindle during the first cleavage. Okay, during mitosis, spindle formation occurs, all that you must have learnt, okay, during cell division what happens and all. So mitotic division, spindle formation, so it depends on the orientation of the mitotic spindle. The direction of the coiling of the shell depends on the orientation of the mitotic spindle that occurs during the first cleavage. The phenotype of the F1 generation is always that of the female parent. So this you'll have to make it very clear. The phenotype of the F1 generation is always that of the female parent. In each generation, somehow the coiling or the phenotype is dependent on the maternal genotype. Okay. So with that, we will discuss about kappa particles in paramecium in the next class. Thank you.